How would you like all of your representatives to perform like the top 20%? Most companies do. In our research, we found that there's one thing that separates top performers from the average, and that's good habits. Enter DialogCoach. DialogCoach is the world's first personal role-play system that takes your sales force beyond role-play. How do they currently practice? Unfortunately, today it's on customers, and in this economy, they can't afford to. DialogCoach allows your sales force to practice anytime, anywhere, and reinforce the habits that are going to make them perform and deliver sales results. Let's give a little demonstration so you can see how DialogCoach works. Let's begin the demonstration. We're going to take you through what a new learner, as well as what an experienced learner would feel like when learning how to present the appropriate marketing messages for a product called Claxel. Let's take a look first at the experienced representative.
Doctor, do you use Claxel with your locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer patients after failure of first-line platinum-based chemotherapy?
No, I don't use Claxel with my patients with recurring ovarian cancer.
So what we just observed there was what we call best practice. As an experienced learner, we want to see what the marketing message is and get a sense of how the customer is going to respond. At this point, we're going to go in and practice giving that same presentation. Doctor, do you use Claxel for your locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer patients after using platinum therapy? Let's see how we did compared to what was said by the expert. This allows us to grade ourselves.
Doctor, do you use Claxel with your locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer patients after failure of first-line platinum-based chemotherapy?
Notice I missed the point here of first-line therapy after missing or treatment failure of first-line therapy. This would be a very important marketing message, that if I were to miss that, that could potentially send the call in a different direction. Again, experienced representatives frequently miss some of the most important marketing messages. The next level we're going to talk about is what a new representative would feel like going into DialogCoach. In this case, a new representative needs all the information and needs to practice. By practicing with DialogCoach, it's like flying an airplane. Unless you go in a simulator, you don't know what it feels like. Let's take a look at the first level where all the information is put in front of the representative. And voice recognition will now kick in to understand whether or not they're saying things correctly. Doctor, do you use Claxel for your locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer patients after failure of first-line platinum-based chemotherapy?
No, I don't use Claxel with my patients with recurring ovarian cancer.
At this point, DialogCoach is requesting whether or not you would show something in a visual format to the customer. What you'll notice here is it replicates the behavior you would want a representative to do. Notice it's flashing the visual aid, and now it's going to expand it onto the right-hand side, which will allow you to continue on with the call. Now let's go on to initial practice. Initial practice is intended for the associate, now that they've created some type of pattern in warm-up mode, to begin putting it into their own words. Let's take a look at how that looks. Doctor, it's good to see you today. Question for you. Have you used Claxel for patients with locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer? Failure. Not sure what to say here. Oh, okay. By hitting prompt, I'm able to see that it's after failure of first-line therapy. After failure of first-line therapy of a platinum-based chemotherapy. After clicking submit, you'll notice here it said I needed a hint to make it through this segment. I again forgot to say failure of first-line therapy. This is a very important part of any marketing message, whether it be after failure of first-line therapy or something else. The important thing is for the representative to practice best habits and not miss your marketing message. The next level we're going to look at is game mode. Game mode is intended for the representative to practice as though they were in front of a customer, but without the risk of making mistakes in front of live customers. Let's take a look at what this looks like. The important point to note with game mode is this is the perfect customer. If we miss a point, the customer is going to jump in. Also, order is not important. We can say our talking points in any order, and DialogCoach will be listening. Good afternoon, doctor. Do you use Claxel for your locally advanced or metastatic ovarian cancer patients after platinum-based chemotherapy?
Are you interested in my locally advanced patients?
Yes, doctor, I am. I'm specifically interested in after failure of first-line therapy.
No, I don't use Claxel with my patients with recurring ovarian cancer.
So again, continuing to miss that point, the doctor now prompted me to ask if that was an important patient type. At this level, remember, we're supposed to show the visual aid. By clicking on the wrong page, it doesn't allow me to move on. By clicking on the right page of what I would show a physician, allows me to go to the next level. DialogCoach is intended to increase performance and take people to the next level, well beyond role play. The last level is certification. This allows a representative to present as though they were speaking to a live customer. There are no pauses, so they can speak at their own cadence and allows them to put in their own words. The key in this level is for the manager to be able to hear the actual presentation and see their score, which will allow them to give a more objective evaluation of a representative's performance.
And now let's take a look at Gradebook. Gradebook allows a manager to look at group performance as well as individual performance for sales reps. This tool really allows managers to look at data if they are not currently in an LMS situation. What you're looking at in this screenshot is a group of sales representatives and their scores for 4 scenarios. Within those 4 scenarios, you'll notice it's color-coded. Green means the sales rep performed above 85 for that particular scenario. If it's yellow, that means the rep scored between a 65 and 85, and the red highlighting means the rep scored less than a 65. In this section of Gradebook, it allows a manager to see how well a representative has performed. By clicking on an individual representative's performance, they can not only listen to the representative give the presentation, but they can also grade the rep's performance. DialogCoach Gradebook also allows a manager to look at results either by representative, by scenario, or by grouping. This tool is very important because it allows a manager to adjust their training based on actual performance by the sales representative. This concludes the demonstration of DialogCoach. For more information, please call us at 610-282-1717 or visit us on the website at www.dialogcoach.com.